Faith, Family Culture with Luke and Susie. And look, different families handle this aspect of life differently.
Yeah.
When you have children, bit by bit you acquire toys. You have a baby, you get toys. You have a birthday party, you get toys. There's constantly all of these toys. More toys keep coming into that. Toys appear out of nowhere and they are in your house.
I think toys hang out together. The next thing you know, there's baby toys. I don't know how it happens, Suze. I've had the birds and the bees talk, but this is a whole new level, right?
However it goes, there needs to be a way to make sure there is a good space for the kids to play with, whether it's an area or a room. But how do you actually organise that? To help us with that, Little Miss Organised, Bonnie's joining us. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Yeah, good.
Excellent.
Toys.
Yeah. Look, they breed overnight. You just shut the cupboard and you wake up and there's more. I just don't know how it does it.
It's amazing. It really is.
And like I'd understand if there was mummy toy and daddy toy and the baby toy look just like the mummy toy and the daddy toy, but it's a whole different species. And it's usually on the floor and sharp.
Yeah.
And hurts when you accidentally stand on it.
Oh, yes. Middle of the night Lego moment. We love it, don't we?
Or you get up in the middle of the night with a cricket bat because you think there's someone who's an invader in your house and it turns out just to be a short-circuiting one of those electrical toys.
Oh, I tell you what, I have had that so many times and it freaks you out, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely does. How do we go about creating this toy/play space for our children without it becoming the whole house?
Yeah, look, it's really important to actually have a specific zone for where your toys are going to go. And this is often the best place to be is near the heart of the home. So if you're in the kitchen and you've got an open plan kitchen living sort of area, the playroom being there is actually the best place for your kids because they want to be near you. So if you've got a playroom that's closed off, it's down the other end of the house, your kids are not going to use it as much. However you've set it up, it might be beautiful. They want to be near you. So set your playroom up near the home, the heart of the home, and actually bring all the toys in there and have them categorised, go through them and do a cull. The other important thing to remember is if you've got kids of varying ages, quite often we start off with, the baby toys and then obviously we grow to older toys, but we still keep those baby toys when we've got the next kids coming through. But what we tend to find is that younger kids want to play with their siblings who are older, so those baby toys don't really get used as much. So people can really cut down on those individual toys quite easily and just keep the toys that are kind of friendly for everyone to play with.
Ah, okay. So keeping age specific, because that's the thing, isn't it? We kind of forget what's there. If it's not organised, we forget what toys are even in there, and suddenly you go back and you find a blankie and a.
Well, this is like we talked recently about the pantry, Suze.
Yeah.
And this to me is the toy section is like the pantry. You go through and organise it and you go, yeah, great, everything's categorised. And then the next 3 days later, there's stuff that you realise is just useless and it's not there. Where did it come from? I don't know. It just all of a sudden it's very difficult. I mean, kids, you cleaned the house pretty thoroughly the other day and we've got a very designated area and you put everything in its place.
Yeah.
And then last night we stood in the kitchen area, which is sort of, you could see the kids' toy area. And I swear, one of them took a Samsung Galaxy Note 7, stuck it in the middle, made it explode, and that was what we saw. I swear.
It feels like it. It feels like it, Bonnie. Keeping it organised, how involved are your children in keeping their own play area clean?
Look, I've got a son who's nearly 2 and my daughter's 7 months, so she's not very involved at all. But my 2-year-old, he's actually really good, and he's been good since about 12 months on. From a very early age, okay, it's pack up time. Mummy's going to help you pack up. Let's pack away. Can you put this in the box for me when he was old enough to walk or crawl or whatever? And kids just naturally are interested and curious in what you're doing, so they're going to learn the best from watching and copying mum and dad. So I have just modelled that for him over and over again. And those days where he throws a bit of a tantrum and doesn't want to pack up, I just encourage him to do it. And if I get down there and I have to pack up 90% of them and he only does 10%, that's okay for that day because there are other times where he will pack up everything on his own.
Yeah. When your mum is called Little Miss Organised, what hope do you have, Sue?
Yeah.
I know. I tell you, like he reminds me we come home and he's shoes. Can we put the shoes away now?
That's fantastic.
Just getting some messages through before we let you go that when referencing about the playroom being down at the other end of the house and they want to be near you. So the message is saying they know the kids want to be near us. That's why it's no accident that the playroom's down the other end of the house. I'm just passing on the message.
Oh, Bonnie from Little Miss Organised, we thank you so much for helping us get our houses in order. Really appreciate your time.
Not a problem. Chat next time.